Hi everyone. Give this a few minutes to get started. I'm going to be talking about spirit animals and totem animals tonight as I fix my bracelets. And Phineas is going crazy over something that has feathers on it. So. Okay. So as you're hopping on, say hello to me so that I can say hi back if I don't see you first. I have to use my teeth. Sorry, Mom. I know. Hold on. Don't look. I had braces as a kid. Get a little protective of the teeth. All right. So what you'll do is, do you know what the refresh page is, a refresh button is at the top, little circle thingy?
Yep.
Yep. Hit that.
This is Facebook. We don't know how to use it.
I know. That's why I'm teaching you. I have another assistant tonight who is helping. So he's in training. So bear with us here. Do you see my video at the top?
Willow Tree Healing?
Mm-hmm. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So on that, probably at the bottom right, it's going to say share.
It says promote.
No. Hold on. Brandy's coming. Brandy was trying to eat dinner. She flew in the door about 5 minutes before this, so she's trying her best.
Go down here.
Oh, okay, down here.
Click on this. Share.
And if anyone else feels so inclined to share publicly, that would be wonderful. Thank you for that if you do.
Share.
Anyone, my intention is always anyone who needs to hear the message as well.
Hold on. What's the share page? Click on this arrow. Yeah.
I have some visual aids tonight.
This is where the weird part is. This is what I was trying to learn.
The Spirit Animal by Collette Baron-Reid. It's one of my favorite Oracle decks. Illustrations are just beautiful. Like stag spirit. So pretty. So maybe we'll draw from those here in a little bit. See what we can see. If somebody would be so kind, I can
Sure.
see that there are several people on.
I think we got it.
But I'm not able to say, hi, Heather, thank you. I was like, somebody talk to me so that I know I can see the comments.
We're good.
Ever since, I don't know, a few lives ago, and I couldn't see people's comments, it wigs me out until I can see stuff. So, hello.
Where are you?
Okay,
Just a slight
and we're
delay
off.
on the- 'cause between you and the video, there's a bit of a delay. but
There
that's
is a
it.
delay. Yep, there's, for good reason. We'll talk about it later.
Facebook is stupid.
No, Facebook is great. It's
I'm kidding. I don't know how Facebook works.
all right. Go over there and hush. Thank you. So, spirit animals. Hello, everyone who's here. Hi, Holly. My beautiful cousin. Spirit animals and totem animals. They're kind of the same thing. So there's not going to be too much on the differentiation, but I do have more than several. I have probably 25 that are very common that people resonate with. Well, hi, Phineas. Are you going to come up and say hi to everybody?
No.
You're going to be off in the distance? Okay. We'll see if he comes up later. I don't know. Speaking of spirit animals, my familiar is here. So I'll go ahead and get started. So basically, spirit animals, so I'm going to talk a little bit about modernisms versus traditional, actual spiritual, religious kind of connotation. So something that we're probably pretty familiar with right now, especially, is the colloquial version of like a person or a character that represents your inner personality. Like, oh, this toddler right now is my spirit animal because she's just dancing in a tutu and doesn't even care. just that kind of, not really a spirit animal, so to speak. Hey, Christina. Oh, why, thank you. Yes. I was feeling very feathery tonight, so thanks. And my necklace, I don't know if you can tell, it's called the Mermaid's Purse. So it's kind of got like an ocean theme. Pulled the blue from the blue. So thank you for noticing. And hello. So basically it's someone who behaves as though they're showing your feelings through their actions, like that toddler in a tutu. Then traditionally speaking, in many pagan religions, actually most pagan religions or systems, a spirit or a totem animal is meant to be a representation of the traits or skills that you either currently carry in this lifetime or that you need to embody some more. So something you're supposed to learn or have. Native Americans get credited with it the most, but it's all over the world. The Mayans, the Incans, the other like Celtic, they all have various forms of spirit animals, like actual spirit animals. So the Native Americans believe it's an animal who chooses you, or that you choose, depending on what's going on, to get guidance and learning to help you throughout your life. Spirit animals across all the cultures share a common theme of embodying the various animals or animal-like creatures, so fairies, mermaids, etc., that represent or help educate humans through their own characteristics of that particular creature or mythical creature. So you might find that you have one main power animal that comes through, or you might feel close to many different kinds of animals. So your animal guides hold a particular quality that could help you kind of navigate life with more ease and faith and confidence. Spirit animals can change over your lifetime. So where we have totem animals that tend to stay with us throughout our lifetime, so those main power animals, if you will. Hi, Aunt Patty. Then we also have spirit animals, and they can change. So a lot like spirit guides that we see as more human attributes, that you have your main ones that stick with you, but then you have others that can change depending on your stage of life and what lessons you're learning. So the ones that you have in childhood might not be the same that you have later in life. And that can be true for spirit animals as well. So maybe as a child, you were really drawn to lions, and that sticks with you throughout your entire life. Great. I did a reading a little bit ago that my client was very drawn to lions, and her birth date happens to be in the zodiac sign of Leo. So that would make sense, right? So maybe as a child, you really loved chipmunks, and then you kind of get, not that you don't love chipmunks anymore, but you're kind of like, chipmunks, take them or leave them as an adult. So it can change, or it can stick with you. Someone who always loved dolphins or always loved whales. So the spirit animal can change depending on what lessons you need to learn and what traits you need to embody at the time. So you might be really drawn to a lion for a period of time because you need to embody more of that royal, powerful, hear me roar kind of trait. And then later, once you've mastered that, or you don't need it so much to get through whatever you're trying to get through in life, it kind of falls to the background. So it's not like it's gone, it's just not forefront anymore. Spirit animals ultimately teach us about ourselves. What do we have? What do we lack? I don't like that. What do we have? What do we need to embody? That's better. They're thought to emanate the traits and strengths that we should honor more within ourselves at a certain point in our life. And that could be a lifelong lesson, and it could be something that just needs to be right now. And it can come and go throughout your lifetime. So, like I said, a totem animal is one that is with you for life, both in the physical world and then back into the spiritual realms. So most of us, I think, have an idea of what our spirit animals would be. But in case you're curious, I've got a few techniques here that you can find, hopefully you can find helpful in discovering your spirit animal. So the first thing is pay attention to your dreams. Spirit speaks to us in our dreams because the ego mind is asleep. The monkey mind is passed out, can't interfere. So our souls can go and do what they need to do. So that's astral traveling. That's another live. I'll do it another time. But it's on my list. I have a list about this long. Anyway, so you can do that, or spirit guides can come to us. So if you're dreaming about a spirit animal, that is it something that comes to you again and again and again? And how is that animal interacting with you? You can even ask, just like you would with a spirit guide or an angel or a departed loved one. You can ask. Before you go to sleep, I asked for the highest and greatest good with unconditional love, protected in God's white light. Always, 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 before you do any of this with anything, anytime you call in spirit. As you're going to sleep, protect yourself, bubble wrap. And then I ask my spirit animal to come to me and pay attention over the next few nights. It might not happen that night. It might take a couple of nights for something to come through. But just like you would keep a dream journal, keep your spirit animal journal. So as you're sleeping, what animal or animals come to you? How are they interacting with you? Are you afraid of them? Are you peaceful with them? Do they have any kind of human personality traits or do they tell you a name? Like it might be a lion, but does the lion have a name? So anything that keeps kind of recurring, anything that keeps coming up, that could be your spirit animal. Now I'm going to add a little caveat here because as I was channeling this, I was thinking, yeah, but what if? So if you're afraid of it, note why. It could be that the message is still pertaining to your spirit animal guide to help you overcome some sort of fear. So if you're afraid, sorry to my lovely wife, if you're afraid of snakes and you're dreaming of and a snake comes up and is right here in your face, big old cobra, you can you can do that too. Is it a cobra, a barracuda, I don't know what else, what other kind of snake, rattlesnake? What is it that's coming through to you? What, sweetie?
A barracuda is a fish.
Oh, sorry. I was just corrected by my wonderful, brilliant son that a barracuda is a fish, not a snake. My bad. I think I was thinking of boa constrictor. Boa constrictor. If you're, and it comes up and it's yapping at you, are you afraid of it? Do you embrace it? Like, what is it telling you? What messages does it have for you? So it could be that there's still a message there of why you don't need to be afraid of it, or it could help you overcome the fear of that animal, or it could be tied to a past life, like my last lives, and maybe that's how you died, was a snake bite or a boa constrictor or something happened. So just, carefully. Like, I'm terrified of spiders, and if a big old spider came at me, I would just scream and run away, even in my dream. I'd probably wake up. But explore it if it feels right for you. Another one, a second one, think about your past connections to certain animals. Did you have a favorite animal when you were growing up, like I mentioned earlier? Is it a pet? Are you constantly gravitating towards cats, dogs, fish, rodents, reptiles? What are you constantly drawn towards to have as a pet in your home? What do you welcome into your home? That could be a main spirit guide or totem animal. It could also just be a wild animal you always cross paths with. So if you lived out in the country, maybe squirrels or deer. So something like that could be, what are you drawn towards? What are you drawn to connect with? What animals do you find fascinating or adorable? Like, when you think of these animals, what do you think? Are they quiet? Are they powerful? Are they sweet? Are they cuddly? Are they repulsive? What's going through your mind as you're thinking about these animals? There's always a message. It's just a matter of what. Third, you can journal about the animals that you feel drawn to. So you could go into a meditation, connect with your higher self, with your intuition, And then consider an animal that has some sort of significance to you. So say it's a deer. And ask yourself, if this animal was my guardian spirit animal, what lessons could it be trying to teach me about my personal power, whether it's something I embody or something that I need to embody, and my inner strength? So spend a few minutes kind of channeling the energy of this animal and write down your thoughts, or voice memo on your phone, or type it out. And do this for as many animals as you think of. And you can leave and come back. You don't have to do it all in one night. Oh, there's 10 animals, I have to do it all in one night. You can do one animal a night or one animal a week and just really follow that animal every day for a week, whatever feels right for you. And then, of course, there are online quizzes that you can do. What's my spirit animal? Certainly you can do that. Some of them are just for fun, and some of them really do. Oh, okay, yeah, that would make sense. So, I stumbled upon this really great website when I was doing some research for tonight. It's spiritanimal.info. So it's a website, www.spiritanimal.info. Hopefully that's okay that I said that. There's no ties. It's just beautifully designed. There are tons of animals on there, and there's pictures, actual pictures of them. So you can kind of go through and see what you're drawn to. And if you're drawn to a certain animal and you click on its image and you read through the beautiful descriptions that are on there, it might resonate well for you. Thank you, dear. So these are fairly much in alphabetical order. So a bear, it's thought to be one of the most powerful. So when you think of a bear, you can think of power. It's deeply emotional, surprisingly, and feel a deep connection to the earth and to the outdoors, because that's another thing. What is that animal's natural habitat? Is it the woods? Is it a domesticated animal like this fluffy little thing laying down on the floor here? Is it a fish or something that would live in the ocean or a lake, the mountains? Where does this animal typically reside? The desert. That could be significant as well. A butterfly and a dragonfly. It's a symbol of transformation and development, playfulness. It's delicate. There's a connection to fairies there. It's incredibly adaptable and approaches all changes with ease and grace. And that is exactly what I feel when I see butterflies. Butterflies are one of my favorites. Butterflies, to me, represent transformation because they start as a caterpillar, a fuzzy little caterpillar that just kind of like inches along, does its thing, has no idea that when it goes into this spinning of a cocoon, that it's going to totally transform into something completely different. And as it goes through this metamorphosis in its chrysalis, we don't know. Are there pain receptors? Is it painful for them? Is it beautiful? What is the transformation that occurs? What is that like? Only that beautiful insect knows what it's going through, a lot like us. So I just think that's a beautiful metaphor. A cat, looking at you, Finn, symbolizes curiosity, adventure, and independence, and also has mastered the art of patience. So as much as he's my familiar, I still have to work on patience. The rest of it I got down. But now it helps me to understand why I love cats, whether they're kittens or they're big cats like jaguars and panthers and tigers. Love them. Dogs represent loyalty, protection, and unconditional love. People who are experiencing loneliness or a betrayal might find the dog appearing in their lives as a reminder that loyalty does exist. And it can be actually in a dog, or it could be in those around us. It could also be the person is a loyal friend. So someone who loves dogs is probably somebody who is a loyal person. A crow. So you could benefit from channeling the hunter's nature of the crow. Also, it's somebody who's a trickster and manipulative and mischievous. It's also associated with death and witchcraft and shape-shifting. So a little bit of a shadow side to the crow. Deer. Deer are sensitive and highly intuitive spirit guides. They strike a balance between confidence and success and gentleness and grace. So as you think of, hey Sarah, as you think of deer, you could think of them as these gentle, maybe a little skittish, maybe a little anxiety kind of going on. They get stuck like deer in the headlights. So try not to get stuck. Please don't point at him. And then kind of more that laying in the grass and just being really gentle and sweet in nature. A dove represents peace, blessings and new beginnings, hope and optimism. So that's beautiful. Peace dove. Thanks. I know. I always think of you when I wear these, Sarah. Dolphins. Dolphins represent playfulness and wisdom, master communicators, and a great unifier. And I don't know many people who don't love dolphins. They're kind of like the dog. I say that they're the dogs of the sea. They're always just like playful and happy, and they want to help people. And swimming with the dolphins is always a thing. Hi, Carrie. And my cousin Holly was so lucky as to swim with dolphins a few years ago. So they're just beautiful creatures, super gentle. Dragon. So now we're getting into a mythological, and I did think of you on this, sweetheart. Dragon, change, beauty, majesty, wisdom, longevity, because dragons live forever, protection, and primordial power. It's like, yes. And then it's a master of all the elements, fire, water, earth, and air, because there's different types of dragons. So very much thought of my wonderful son there. That is one of his favorites. That's his power animal. Elephants. Elephants symbolize wisdom, gentleness, and spiritual understanding. They are gentle giants. Frogs. Frog spirits are all about healing physical ailments, believe it or not, from the past, and also healing from the past in order to live more in the present. And frogs are always just kind of like hopping along, doing their thing. And it speaks to the importance of checking in with yourself and healing your past so that you can be more present-minded. The fox. Foxes are all about camouflage. They're also very sly and witty, little cunning, and has mastered the art of detachment and adapting and growing with their surroundings. I thought that was interesting. A horse. Horses are all about passion and drive. On the tarot cards, the knights are all on horseback. So, and the knights are all about action, so I thought that was appropriate. They're also incredibly productive and goal-oriented. So that made me think of horses that do the Kentucky Derby or go to equine shows, and they jump the barriers and do their little tricks. So very, very goal-oriented. Hawk, another one of my main spirits. Actually, my main spirit guide is, I call him Hawkeye. And every time I see a hawk, I'm like, there's Hawkeye. Hawks represent perspective because they fly high, like all birds. They fly really high. So they have this great perspective, this overall vision, and the ability to see things from every angle. Extremely compassionate and empathetic. The lion. Lions represent heart and courage. So think of the Wizard of Oz. He wanted courage. Also very regal, royal, king of the jungle kind of feel. Natural born leaders and a deep sense of authority. A mouse, conversely, a mouse represents the importance of details and scrutiny. And the mouse reminds us not to overlook the small stuff. So a very small creature. An owl. Owls have the ability to see what others miss, things that are not so obvious, the deeper meaning of things, and discovers the hidden treasures in life. So, beautiful, Heather. So, Miss Beth, if you're watching the replay, I thought of you with the owls. Peacocks. Peacocks represent resurrection and reinventing, and that it's never too late to change course. I thought that was interesting. I love peacock feathers. I think they're beautiful, and now I understand why. The raven. So a little different than the crow. I love ravens. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Little Edgar Allan Poe for my fellow book nerds. Ravens are the keeper of secrets. And like all birds, is a messenger between the heavens and earth. It's about courage, self-knowledge, and introspection, magic, mysticism, omens, good or bad. Omen, like, tangent for a second. Squirrel. Omens and karma both get a bad name. Like, oh no, that's a bad omen. It's like, yeah, well, there's good omens too. And we tend to think of bad karma. Well, there's good karma too.
Don't they ever say good omen?
I don't know. I don't know why they don't say good omens. I guess because another one of those colloquial things.
Good omens are called blessings.
True. Where was I? Oh, transformation of difficulties into blessings. So there we go. Good omens. And finding light in the darkness. I loved that. I thought that was beautiful. So when we're able to channel the raven spirit, now I understand why I love ravens too. They're just beautiful creatures. Rabbit. So rabbits are all about abundance, wealth, fertility. They're very clever and creative, spontaneous, and shy. So you think about it, a rabbit will freeze, and then the second that you look away, it's gone. Oh, like that one. They teach us to overcome irrational fears while still protecting ourselves from harm. So again, with that same kind of energy. Swans. I love swans. Swans are beautiful. Swans celebrate beauty, culture, art, love, and faith, and the depth of the soul. Swans are sacred to Aphrodite, so that makes sense. Again, with beauty, art, culture, and love. It's a lucky symbol for soulmates. For singles, know that the swan lets you know that true love is nearby. For those who are coupled but maybe physically distant, she teaches that love endures through time and space. And then couples are blessed with harmony, joy, and longevity. Turtle spirit. So if you like turtles, turtle spirit represents the journey towards wisdom, truth, understanding, and peace, and also to take your time. Tigers. Tigers represent raw feelings and emotions. That makes sense. Highly intuitive and great at following their instincts. So if you see tigers or you like tigers, if you're not already really good at following your intuition, going with your gut feeling, embrace that more. If you've ever said, man, I should have listened to my gut, tiger spirit. And finally, the wolf, another one of my main totems. They are very connected to intelligence, instinctiveness, and freedom. Wolves follow the primal instincts above everything else. They're also really good at being individuals while being in a pack. Very cool. So do you guys have any special spirit animals that you either think or know are your spirit animals, or any that you've been drawn towards, or now that I've read off some of that you, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Maybe a bug.
I said dragonfly. What else? Oh, ladybugs. Yeah. What else?
And butterflies, like all of those.
Yeah. Were you not listening?
I like.
You were eating their pizza.
And some cake.
It
I left that for you, even though red velvet's my favorite. Things you do for your wife. Love you too. You're welcome. I know.
Delicious.
It was delicious. So I'm going to pull a couple cards here from the Spirit Animal Oracle by Miss Collette Baron-Reid. See what messages when I come out
I
tonight.
don't think snakes should be allowed to say
I feel the same way about spiders, but I'm telling you, go on that website. They're there. Canary Spirit. Sing your own song. Oh, that's beautiful. There you go, guys. My wife's singing. It's a good thing you have a pretty voice. Badger Spirit. Be fearless and bold. That's awesome. Ooh, Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. That's morbidly beautiful. Hawk Spirit. I knew he'd come out. I knew he would. What does it say? Let spirit be your guide. Mic drop. Heather, I feel a connection to swans after you describe them. Oh, that's beautiful. There's a pond near an apartment that I lived in before I lived here, and there were a pair of swans that always went to this pond, and they nested, and it was always so fun to drive past and see them. And of course, the swans at Gervasi before the male was killed, what, a year or two ago? Yeah, that was sad. Swans are beautiful. They are. They're such incredibly beautiful creatures. Just so quiet and elegant. And there's no wonder, because I know there are a lot of artistic depictions of the two swans facing each other, and their necks form a heart. It's cute. That'd be a nice painting. Couples painting.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I don't love our willows, but that would be cute. So does anyone have any questions about spirit animals and totem animals? Or any thoughts? I knew it would be pretty quick tonight with the topic. But I wanted to leave some time for discussion if anybody had. Hi, beautiful Corey. How are you? What's your spirit animal, Corey? Buffalo. How do you, okay, so buffalo, as you were told, how do you feel about the buffalo? There's a buffalo card in here. At least I think there is.
Do you feel that those big giant blackbirds I've been seeing are ravens? They're just blackbirds, crows.
Oh, good. So buffalo spirit in this deck, Miss Corey. The abundant universe will provide. That's gorgeous. I'm going to see if I can find it. Eagles. Bees. That's another one that I'm like, ah! Wasp. Ooh, even worse. Cows. Oh. Ha, 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 ha. I can't do it. They're supposed to be wonderful. I can't do it. Here it is, Corey. How awesome is that? That actually really makes me think of you because of the white buffalo calf woman. I just think of you in that Native American sense. Oh, you got to pet one? Where were you? Gorgeous. Christina, what's yours? Mouse spirit. Look how cute. Giraffes. Yeah, giraffes were on that site. Heather. 3 cards later. Don't mind my nails. I had to soak the gel off of them because I'm getting them done in the morning. I actually get a Friday off, guys. I'm so excited. Thanks, Jackie. How beautiful. Giraffe spirit, see the bigger picture. And that, we got to feed giraffes last year when we went to the Columbus Zoo. Yes, the feathers that you wore, Corey. Oh my gosh, those were so pretty. Oh, that's cool. Big cats, yeah. Cheetahs, leopards, panthers, mouse spirit.
Tiger Queen there.
Carol Baskin, what? Oh, look, honey, dragonfly spirit.
Yay.
Yay. That's my wife's. To me, butterflies to me is dragonflies to her. So, the giraffe spirit, see the bigger picture. So their necks are really long and they're so stinking cute. We weren't allowed to touch them, but they had the big cow-like eyes and they're so awkwardly graceful. It's hysterical. And when we had the lettuce, and we held it up, the whole tongue would like wrap around and it was so freaky. I was like, ah! But it was so cute at the same time. So I think because of their long necks, that whole umbrella, that idea of the 50,000 foot perspective, seeing the big picture, kind of the forest for the trees. Flamingo spirit. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see what flamingo spirit says. I opened up right to it. Embrace the in-between. Balance comes easily to flamingo spirit. Hey, that makes sense. And on another one of Colette's decks, the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, Between Worlds, I think is the flamingo. I'll have to look and I'll send you a picture. I'll text it to you later. Flamingo spirit's call to be fully present in the now where the real magic happens. With one foot in the life you are moving away from, girl, listen to this, that you are moving away from, and one foot in the future as you become the one who leads the life of your highest intentions. Make peace with the fact that you are not fully in either place. Embrace the in-between. If that's not perfect for your situation, I don't know what is. That makes total sense. Beautiful. Julie's flamingo fan.
Yes.
Brandy's work wife. Yeah, right? I'm telling you. Absolutely. That's like, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Heather, Corey, and Christina, because you guys have been so awesome at talking, I'm gonna pull a card for each of you. And because I love you. Heather. Exactly. Groundhog spirit, time to let go. Heather, what do you need to let go of? Corey. Owl spirit, you see clearly now. Nice. I hope you do. You've been through enough. Christina, beaver spirit, lay a solid foundation. Nice. Gorgeous. Oh, groundhog spirit was 31, owl spirit was 43, and beaver spirit is 6, in case you're into the numerology. If anybody else wants one, just chime in. Oh, you're welcome, sweetie. I know, it's... Owls are also with Athena. Just saying. And she's, you know, she's my girl. It is interesting. Time to let go. He's holding a little heart. It's so cute because he's like... maybe check it out. Maybe look it up. Oh, well, hello, sir. Hey. Hi, everybody.
His eyes are dilated enough that they are close to Trump's ego, but not close
Hey. Not on a public forum. Though most everybody on here knows my political foundation. Yeah, absolutely. You are doing a great job at it too. You and Luke Skywalker should be friends. Just saying.
Why?
That's my friend Christina's cat. He's just like, I don't know. You're so rotten and you're so cute. So cute. He is Aunt Patty. Oh, hi, Aunt Patty. God. Totally forgot. Do you mind with your tail? Seriously? I'll pull one for you, Aunt Patty.
Phineas always sits himself in the
Okay.
face of them,
I love you too, sweetheart. Have a good night. He's like right here. It's like, all right. Aunt Patty. Koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. That's beautiful. He is a good boy. He's so bad. He knocked my Labradorite sphere off my table.
Tried to save it.
Wrong.
Did it shatter?
Why do past loved ones send cardinals? Oh, good question. I think it because at least in our society, it's generally accepted that that's what it is. Cardinals are red. Well, male cardinals are red. Female cardinals are brown. The females have to blend with most species, have to blend in with the nest so that they can protect the babies. And then the males are more vibrant. Same with peacocks. So when we think of peacock feathers, it's actually the males. So, I know. So I think that they send cardinals because it's generally accepted. And I have cat hair all over me now. And I'm getting pummeled by his tail. I think also red, the color of love, and also cardinals are, especially in Ohio, it's our bird. There's a lot of them, and it's just easier for them to send that kind of energy. So I'm not totally sure what cardinal spirit embodies other than that. So that would be interesting to look up. Generally speaking, I think it's just because we have accepted it and it's an easy, it's kind of like pennies from heaven. It's easy for us to recognize. So therefore they're able to channel that energy and say, here's something that's easy. Cardinals, pennies, feathers, etc. So you're more than welcome to embrace that, or you're more than welcome to also specify, hey, I know that when I see a blue jay, it's my Grandpa McIntyre, because I have associated that. And blue jays typically aren't here in the winter months, and I have seen them in the winter months. So I know. Tell me why Jolene always has to be beside me when I'm cooking. I think the spirit of one of my grandma. Oh, that's beautiful. Especially does it when I'm cooking Italian food. Well, when isn't that? No, I'm just kidding. My aunt's Italian, by the way. We were just talking, Aunt Patty, we were just talking about you last night or the night before? Last night. About how wonderful of a cook you are. So definitely, if you feel like your grandmother's spirit either all the time or just slips in and out, because they can do that too, whenever you feel that, go with that. Absolutely. That's beautiful. I firmly believe that animals are sent to us that can embody the qualities, or somehow, I don't want to say be manipulated because that sounds awful, but kind of be guided. There we go. Thank you. Be guided in a certain way to help us. And I also know that cats will lay on us, like they'll lay near your knee or your foot if you're having pain to kind of heal you. They also lay on your lap and purr if they can feel that you're in emotional distress. So when you're cooking, you're happy. I've seen you. So I think that your grandmother's able to kind of guide the cat whenever you're cooking. And if she ever like bats an oregano or something, maybe that's grandma saying, don't forget, don't forget. That would not surprise me. Absolutely. That is funny. I did not know your grandmothers, but I know you and I knew Mary, so that doesn't surprise me. She's definitely checking up. Yeah, she's making sure that you're doing it right. That's hysterical. I love it. Huh, Finn. Jolene's so cute. She's so fluffy. Thank you, everyone, for participating and hanging out with me. She is, well, rightfully so. She should be a diva. Oh, really? Is it just red sauce? Or is it just because that's just what he's exposed to? Oh, that's funny. Phineas couldn't care less. Could not care less. He really doesn't want anything to do with it. But I had cats growing up. Cookie, our first cat, she loved spaghetti sauce and pizza sauce. She would always lick the pizza box. It was so funny. I'm done. Oh, I love you too, sweetheart. I hope I get to see you Saturday. That's awesome. He is so full of personality. I love your posts about him. He's so funny. I think he and Finn would either love each other or try to tear the crap out of each other. I'm not sure which. Yeah, well, Luke goes outside. Phineas goes outside on a leash. He's ridiculous. That's so funny. Does he help you cook, or does he, is he just nosy? Yeah, this one's nosy. He's nosy. He wants to sniff it, but he doesn't. That's it. Cheese popcorn. He eats that. Turkey. Lunch meat. That's it. He's not, he'll beg, but he won't eat it. He'll just hang out. He's so funny. That's how this one's getting. He doesn't have front claws though, so it's like, I can't let you go too far because you might not come back. You might not make it. He thinks he's scrappy.
He thinks he's God.
He does think he's a god. I don't know whose spirit animal he would be, but I call him my familiar. That's about it. That's as close as he gets. Put it down.
You know, don't get the
He's
mess
not-
with him and then spray him.
Yeah, he's not doing anything bad.
You'll slip eventually.
Thanks so much, everyone, for being here and making my night, and making me laugh. It's my Friday. I'm gonna make sure that somebody gets to bed in a timely manner before he has to wake up and do his online schooling tomorrow. Ugh. That sounds a little messy. Thankfully, we don't have that problem. I know. Aunt Patty, if you're still on, do your cats bring you any mice? Or do they not go down to the basement? I know in the farmhouse it's probably pretty easy.
What? What's that?
He's getting a little feisty over there playing.
Yeah. You can't reach me.
The cat, not my kid, but I mean a little bit of both. I don't know. Thankfully, the only presents that we get are hair ties and milk rings. That's pretty much it. I have to catch the flies. You know what? Phineas did that once.
He'll eat bugs.
Oh, okay. So I will do an astral traveling one. I've been thinking about that lately. Just kind of what it is and how it works and all that good stuff. So awesome. I also was thinking about like chakras and everyday Reiki and that kind of stuff. So I've got lots of goodies planned. And then in October, I'm going to be doing, I just thought it was appropriate, like witchy things. So, of course, you know, being more of a white witch, if you will, it's going to be good stuff. But kind of talking about Samhain, which looks like Samhain. It's Samhain. It's a Celtic thing. Kind of goes with the DNA. So here we go. And then I'll say, kitties take care of the mice. Well, I guess it's a good thing that they're still there, that Aunt Patty. They're so cute too. Oh my goodness.
Don't have him
Cat
bite
fair
my-
all over.
you don't
All
have
right,
to bite
guys.
the gloves.
It's getting a little rowdy in here. So thank you so much for watching. And I hope that something in here helped you out. And if you're watching the replay, feel free to say hi and still share your experiences. Love reading about it. So have a wonderful evening, everyone. Take care.